Hello, this is Divine Sunshine, going back into the vault and going back into what I know is usually the ones that really kind of help. So I'm circling back. Spirit is telling me go back to what you know and helping. Of course, we always evolve, and everything is about the circle of life. We start off, we go all different kind of ways and directions, and then we find ourselves coming back to what is that worked and clear. But again, sometimes we don't stay stagnant as well. So right now, what's going on with spirit? Let's see. I think you want to. We just talked about it. Ain't that about nothing? I just did this. Just pulled out the pack. It's about cycles. So the divine masculine energies. Now you look at this in two ways. You look at the divine masculine for yourself. That's going on with you if you feel like you're in the divine masculine energies. Again, sometimes, you know, in the community, we have a way of just really labeling that the energies only belongs and resonates outside of ourselves. We know on this channel that, and you are part of the Divine Sunshine tribe, that you understand that we are looking at things from a viewpoint to understanding that divine masculine energies is me. It's like the finger pointing at you. You got fingers pointing at you, but it's three pointing back at yourself. At them, I'm looking at you saying that, and it's pointing at yourself. So that's the same thing. So right now, when we talk about the divine masculine energies, turning towards spirituality, beginning of understanding to see things as they truly are, wisdom, assist others in living in good lives. So right now, the divine masculine energies, remember I'm a divine masculine advocate because I understand that I have the divine masculine energy within myself. And so as I recognize the divine masculine energies in my partner and in others. So we understand that right now, it goes back to what that first reading, my readings always connect as like a storyline. So when we first did, I think last week, it was talking about the divine master said, I can't really make a choice as to where I want to go until I understand who I am. For me, I got to understand me better. And then if me understanding me better, I'll be able to understand you better. This is kind of where the divine masculine energies are. I know that sometimes I think I'm the one who carries the divine masculine energies heavily. It's comfortable, but I've learned how to split and use the divine feminine, divine masculine energies as well. When I look at my divine partner, I see him as more so holding the divine feminine energies. And I'm trying to learn how to balance both of them and be comfortable, because I know, again, that's like staying with the devil that I know more so than getting out of my comfort zone. And to get out of my comfort zone, I've got to learn how to embrace my divine feminine energies and not just stay in the divine masculine energies where I feel very comfortable. Because again, that's the way I was raised. My mom is more so the divine masculine energies charge carrier. My dad was more so the divine feminine energies. He tried to power his way into being divine masculine energies and based upon old ideologies, and it was a little hard, just like my mom doing the old one. She did try to divine feminine energies, and then because of things that when reaching out into the world and dealing with my dad and their relationship, told her to go back into the divine masculine energies, say, well, I'm in divine feminine energies. It hurts. And like I say, when it's human, it hurts. And so human, it has hurts, you know, being human, it has those things, but that's because we're supposed to learn from it, not to stay in that energies to say, I'm not going to power through. And so this is, again, where we are right now. I feel in my divine masculine, especially this part jumped off, assist others in living. Like I said in the other video, I feel that at this time, right now, from all the lifetimes that I've lived, I know that I am an old soul. I've been here and evolved from several evolutions and revolutions around this sun and earth to know as far as what things I have learned, and I can pull from other lifetimes to kind of help you and what I've experienced, and I don't have a problem sharing and making myself raw and vulnerable so you all can be able to see what mistakes I had to say, okay, no, I'm not going to do that way. I'm going to do something different. Or the triumphs that I had to say, oh, I like how she did that. I'm going to do the same thing. So right now we're being assisted in the divine masculine masculine energies to assist others, rather it is in our mission, a purpose of things, or whatever it is. Maybe even the mission and purpose the Spirit is telling me can be very much as simple as practicing self-love, practicing positive selfishness, and letting other people see in that and say, oh, I like that. I like how she's doing that. She's taking time out for self. I wish I could do that. Like I always tease people when I get grown. I wish I need to be like you when I get grown. I said that about one of my kids in the classroom. They were going to Walt Disney World and they haven't came back for spring break yet. And I said, oh, I want to be like them when I grow up. And the kids was like, you already grown. I said, no, that's just a saying. It's just like I got to evolve and grow myself up to that, to say, hey, if I want to go to Walt Disney and spend another week and don't want to return to work, I can be able to do that. And someday I pray that I'll be able to do that, to say I have a job or give myself a career that, hey, if I feel like getting up and going somewhere and don't feel like reporting to work, I can do that. And so that's, again, so we're turning towards spirituality. Remember, I'm about coaching too, so you're going to get a lot of talking in between with the read cards and pulling. I'm not just about just pulling cards. I'm about you learning and understanding and digesting and getting it for your soul and for your heart's purpose to understand. So again, so we're turning, the spirit divine masculine is understanding, is turning towards spirituality, beginning of understanding to see whatever it is he was not seeing clearly. That goes into the other reading that I had just did earlier. Things that are true. The universe is pushing us to see things with truth. I had my friend tell me, my sister tell me about that the universe is calling for truth, and that is true. And you feel that within yourself. It's like, this stuff don't resonate. This don't feel right in my divine masculine energies as I'm going out here to get things. I'm trying to make things manifest in the world, and I've got that go-get-itness. Somebody's saying that some of the things that I'm seeing or I'm getting is not really truly aligned with who I am. And so we're really tuning right now in the divine masculine energies for the good life. So even in your person, it's underlying. Well, you say, well, I don't see it look like they still doing the same thing. But guess what? They are getting that call. They are getting that call to align with what's in their spirit. They might not seem like it, but they do. And that's one thing we kind of got, and even myself, have got to get out of it, to say, you know what? They want the best just like we want the best. And if we are the best, then they see us as the best. And they are able to really say, you know what? That's what I want. I want to start aligning to that. They are getting to that point. Why? Because there's a repetitive cycles that I'm seeing here. And these repeated cycles is causing them to self-sabotage, and it's consuming them. I'm seeing like a fire. But I'm looking at this thing too as well, and they're bringing me a picture of a phoenix. Again, consuming, being able to be consumed by the fire and by the ashes, and to rise from that and to bloom for being a different creature, a different bird. Bird, it represents ascension. So dying and resurrecting. This is what's going on right now. So right now you might not even be able to recognize your divine masculine. They're going through some physical changes too as well. Physical changes within themselves, their body, well, so as the things in their surroundings too as well. So this is the overlying energies that the divine masculines are, that spirit, this is the overlying message that spirit wants you to know that's going on for divine masculines right now. This is what is going on with them collectively with your person. If you're being guided to see this here, we're talking about what's going on with them in the 3D clear. So that's spirit, because you know that's always so within, so without. Let's look and see what's happening here with them in the 3D. So that's the 5D aspect of the divine masculine. Let's look and see what's going on in the 3D aspect of the person. So right now, the 3D aspect of your person, they're dealing with, again, is the door to value, which is, again, that's what I'm dealing with as divine masculine. I'm looking at value. I'm looking at things, opening of doors, revealing, having this great reveal, like, let's make a deal. It's like, what's behind curtain number 3, you know? And so you're looking behind there and saying, okay, yeah, that's that curtain number 3 is what's for me. So again, you're looking at those things, revealing, removing the red to get more grounded and rooted as you are. It's about your self-worth. To me, door to value is always talking about your self-worth. So the divine masculine energies is dealing with things, self-worth, even with the materialistic things about this money. How am I drawing and manifesting things? Because money is also a tangible representation of love. How am I drawing the love? Looking at how the money is flowing towards you. not away from. To me, this is towards. And so how am I creating this value, even at the things in the world that I'm seeing, the material things too, how they're also aligning and validating who I am too as well, or confirming, not validating. I don't like that, because that makes it seem like if I don't have the money, then that's not what. But all they do is like a confirmation too as well, to be able to see that I do have access to milk and honey. We got the 3 here, which is the alignment of spirit, soul, and body, but also understanding that, again, 3 means create the magic. With the 1 here, which is, again, getting into your intuition and awareness, which we've been seeing into readings for today. It's all about intuition and awareness. And together that creates a 4, which means stability, being grounded in this. Understand? So this is where the divine masculine is working with. When we talk about the divine masculine energies, he's thinking, man, in his divine masculine energies, he's telling you, listen here, we got to get super hyper focused in on what we're doing. Stop all this self-sabotaging things. Let's get crystal clear as to where we want to go. We got this plumage of these crow feathers here. And to me, when I see the crow represents like bad thoughts that has is, you know, I could use that as adornment to say this is how far I came, but I'm not using this as something that is a resource that I need in the now. This is just a reminder that, like, hey, watch it with the thinking. So again, here, looking at the 2 pillars here, which represents, again, as far as what's going on with your foundation and the way you're seeing things, your ideologies there. It's firm here. We got 4, which is, again, grounding. 6 in things that I love are my passion. 4 and 6 together represents a 10, which, again, is getting ready to cycle back to start 1 back all over again, like Brian McKnight. And I start back at 1. Hey, hey. So again, you're starting back over. You're getting ready. The divine masculine energies understands that it's coming a time where it's going to have to start back over again. So it knows in order to begin things, it's got to end things. The understanding here is moving into the divine masculine. Understand there's some action from the shadow work that it's got to do into the spirit, into the unknown. Here with the black, which is entirety, to me, the black, which means the physical, into the white, into the spirit. This is the action that it understands. We got the number 17 here, 1 representing with intuition and awareness, 7 represents spiritual completion. It understands divine masculine energies, understands time for a spiritual completion to become 1 and 7 equals 8, which means a rebirth, a harmonizing, which understanding that it also means, again, it's the infinity sign. It's got to be an even flow. To me, this is about the shadow and the light, about the divine masculine. Understanding there's got to be an action, and there's got to be some kind of way of a coming together, because I hear my baby's bark, which means to me there's a conflict that's going on within. Hey, there's a conflict that's going on between both Ebony. There's a conflict that's going on. Interesting. I have a black and white dog. And so again, horse represents freedom. Wanted to really be able to gallop and become that. So again, in order for them to have this freedom, it understands, the divine masculine understands that I've got to work with the shadow work, the things of these unknowns. All this got to go into the black, into the deep. And I mean, it's going into the deep. Whatever. So you got to do that. And then move into the spirit. So right now, the divine masculine energies understands that that's what's got to happen at this time as well. Did I just pull this out here to kind of, again, close it. Let me, hold on 1 second. Let me pull some clarifiers for that. I'll put it over there. Hey, Pumpkin, I'm almost finished. I'm almost finished. Clear. Almost finished. It just dropped. It just dropped. No, ain't no food. Okay. So about this value, let's get that. The value is understanding the daughter value is like, I'm almost hearing the spirit saying, or them saying within themselves, it's about time. Looks like they have been working on this for quite some time, and they understand about divine timing is being pushed, is pushing them. Understanding divine timing is not that. Is divine timing is, we think about it like, okay, it's a certain point when it's going to happen, and we got to wait to this. But again, we have to understand that it's pieces of the puzzles. That's all, everything that's got to fall into place, which means again that this person has to be at this place at a certain time. This energies has got to all kind of come together. It's like an orchestra, and everybody is kind of playing at the same time. So again, in order for you to get this job, you know, it's like this person's got to be in place to hire you. Somebody's got to move out of that job in order for you to say, hey, they signing their papers and say, I resign, I don't want this job no more. So okay, that creates a space. Somebody's got to be able to put it out there, to interview you. You've got to come to the place that you saying, I'm ready, I don't want to be at this job, you know. And so now at the perfect time that the person say, I quit, to the perfect time that they say, we're going to list it and say, okay, we ready to apply and get somebody in that position. The money is there. And then them hiring you, look at how many things that's got to apply. You got to be ready. The person got to say, I quit. The person, they got to be open in position to say, because they could say at that point, well, we're not going to open it up. We just leave it alone. And we just divide it all up between the people who work here. The other people got to say, yeah, let's hire somebody in that position. So it's a lot of things that's got to kind of work in the favor in order for you to do that. That's what divine timing is all about. It's not like we got to wait and see if you are okay, or you've been approved, like you're standing at the grocery store, you're like, I don't know if I got that much money on this car. I pray that they come up with approve up there, like divine timing like that, and they say they approve you of being able to have this very thing. But we have to understand that it's pieces of the puzzle of things that's got to fit in, and that's what they want to understand. That that's what they mean by alignment with the God force behind it. Spirit got to say it's time. In their spirit they're ready, in their soul they're ready for this, and then the other person's spirit and soul feel like, yes, I'm ready, I want to quit this job. And then also the company in agreement to say, yes, we're going to hire a new person for this position instead of them going in a different way. And then that's how it all, and so whoever hires you feels like in their spirit like, yes, this is the one. Everybody's in agreement that you are the one, and that's how they work together to make that happen. Understanding that you got to begin, this is going to help you to sin. You got to release. It's about also releasing the things, and you're ready because of the door to value, because you're now valuing yourself. Divine masculine is now valuing in himself. Clear. It could be also the person that they with is ready to release them. They say, yeah, I'm ready to be released, and now they're saying, okay, I'm ready to step into my magic. The thinking man here, poise, getting confidence by getting very clear as to what it is and dealing with, and getting power over this negative thinking and seeing it as more so of a dormant and not a part of them. That's the same thing like with my person I work with, and she was saying, you know what, you got to distance yourself. Anything of those negative thinking rather is about how about you being anxious, like you say, I'm having, not I am. Watching that, changing the mindset of that, watching about how your foundations is. Again, here's another pillar again to add on to that, which again is about you being able to be poised, being more confident, getting more into your spirit, and your also the divine masculine energies, how you're showing up in the world is also becoming together as one. This is interesting. This is 46 and this is the 48. The only thing missing is the 47. So 47, which is the spiritual completion. I think about K. Moon say, deal with the things is. We know that we got to get grounded. The missing piece is about us being spiritually completion. Feel like we are complete and ready to cycle and ready again. Because this again, at the end of the day, once we have this confidence and we know where we're going and we feel like we have spiritual completion about things, then we'll be able to move into this rebirth and be able to harmonize into where we need to go next, into our next phase. Next thing we have here is for the divine masculine energies is understanding that there's action. And this is defined by fates. So again, there's some things that we're not able to see. Again. Okay, interesting. 17 and 17. Wow. What's the number 17 mean? I know what it means. Number 17 means self-discipline, compassion, responsibility, spiritual wellness, and wisdom. So understanding that we have to have this new awareness, this spirituality, and that's been about this intuition been popping up all along. And understanding the divine masculine is understanding that his spiritual awareness and his intuition is going to be the very thing that's going to help him to have this, again, one and one, intuition and awareness, to have that spiritual completion about things, which equals up to an 8, which is, again, rebirth and harmony. Those two things, understanding that together, is helping him to be able to cross, to have that infinity sign, which is, again, an even flow that's going on. So this is right now in his energies. This is what the divine masculine energies is working with in understanding right now. So what things that it needs to, again, what life changes is it experience right now? The divine masculine is experiencing, hey pretty girl, hey sweet girl, hey sweet girl. I'm gonna call you sweet. I ain't gonna call you that other name that Granny like to call you. Clear. The changes that is going through is finances. Okay, I know. And so finances is, again, right now the thing that, no, I can't pick you up, Pom. No, Mama can't pick you up because I'm reading right now. So again, so now finances is moving into that and getting really good about that, because understanding just the way it's been communicating it, making sure that it's getting very black and white about what it is finances is. I'm picturing that again. He is it believing. I'm hearing the song saying, no finance, no romance without finance. There is no romance without finance. So again, understand that again, if their finances is not good, that they don't get no romance, and they can't feel the love happening and harmonizing that to really get them into the bliss. So right now the divine master is understanding, hey, I really feel like I got to get these finances under control for me to be able to feel the finance. I got to get my finances together so I can be able to feel the romance. He probably is thinking that to feel the romance, I got to feel the finance. The finances is really, so that means to me that the divine masculine energies, and I can vouch for that too, really feels like that's got to come together. It's got to be really crystal clear and black and white. There I say about the fated. So again, things they feel like here about this action, it has to be, again, a fated event. It feels like the stars got to align. And then they feel like, yes, now it can be mine. So when those things have come together, it can be. There's some winter. It feels like winter, like nothing's been going on. They've been feeling very barren. Here we're moving into, now I'm seeing like the fall, where they're understanding that some things is going to have to kind of fall away. And they understand that that's fated right now, because that's what's needed again. And that's what they're feeling in their spirit and their intuition at this time. So the life changes they feel like right now is their finances is really getting heavily influenced by spirit to change. Okay. And then what things are they being able to, that they're being guided to surrender at this point? Clear. Woo. Surrender to receiving support and love. So yes, the divine masculine energies, that's interesting. They had said that before. We got 2 is surrender to receive and support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. So the divine masculine energies is working in this week of understanding that it's got to receive love and to give love. It's so divine masculine energies is so much about powering through and making it happen. To make things brand new, that they're understanding that it's got to be a give and take. Receiving the love, a lot of times I feel I'm picking up, they have closed off because of the hurt and the pain is received from others, or believing and let down, the disappointment. It's been a little hard to kind of open up, to let the drawbridge down, to allow things in, because they feel like I can't really, at this point, it's been that I can't really trust people. They don't show up like I wanted to. They've let me down. And so this is what they've got to, the divine masculine energies has got to work with. Also, surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. I've had that dark night of soul moment myself, as I think in my spirit, it was a spirit that might be divine feminine and divine masculine. Both of them had that breakdown where it was like, you know what, I can't keep on because I feel like I'm listening to everybody else's wants and needs, and I don't know where I'm at. And I was interested. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and they were saying again, yes, when you're tending and caring for other people, a lot of times you find yourself putting your needs to the back burner, and it's kind of hard. I see a lot of purple here, so again, this is really strong. In order to surrender, really allow yourself to be able to receive from the divine, the messages from your spiritual team, from your spiritual guides, your A-team, to kind of help you and allow you to understand what's really truly in your bliss, because I'm seeing pink here too as well. Understanding that, like right now, just looking at, and I meant to should have did that earlier, what's going on, and hey, excuse me, you all. Clear, there's my kids in the background. I'm sorry to bring that in, but what's going on physically for the divine masculine energies, and what are they actually dealing with? Okay, so right now, the major things that's influencing the divine masculine energies right now is the Empress, which is, again, the divine feminine energies, them being very native, being very exotic, just being very them and very unique. This is not where you would think an Empress would look. However, understanding the being divine, we come up and show up creatively, expressing ourselves in our own unique way. Again, that looks like she's got that pondering look, but she's got this look of like, I know who I am. You know, I love the way I'm showing up in the world, or how I'm showing up with the world. I'm not questioning that. This is, again, because of you having that type of attitude and spirit, it's also influencing the divine masculine energies. Right now, what's going on, divine masculine energies in the 3D is the job. The job, I'm looking here, and what's being pulled off to me, the job is been this world. Right now, in a job, I'm getting a fork in the road. To me, has also kept him between two worlds, because I'm looking at this here card here, and it's got two worlds. We got the world like the empire, and then we got the mythical or the mystical part of it, which is the 3D, and it's like my job. What is my job? It might even be with the divine masculine. It has been maybe questioning the job, the job, that he's doing, the job of how he's showing up in the world, or the job as far as how am I helping with my mission and purpose too as well. And it's kept him in both worlds too as well, and seeing how can I balance and be in both, and feel like I'm satisfied and I'm actually fulfilled in doing these things too as well. So that's, again, the spirituality, how he's going to be able to handle that. But in his emotions, he also is wanting the romance. The divine masculine energies wants to be romantic. Romance too also represents, like the daughter romance means to create the magic, to create the newness too as well, to how it shows up, or how he's with his divine person, or how it is that he's really romancing the stone, which to me is like the world, and how he's creating that magic with where he is too as well. So that's what's actually going on with the divine masculine in the 3D. He's being influenced by the Empress with this you. He's also got the job on his mind, because, again, about them finances. And again, I'm being led to say, yeah, the finances, like, how am I going to be able to support and take care of my Empress? How is this job helping me to be able to go on to the next level and take care of my kingdom? I was looking at this. And spiritually feed me as well. So as romance, how am I going to be able to, like, wine and dine? Like it keeps on saying, no romance without finance. I got to remember that's the title of this. He really is believing this, but understanding that it's got to be able to end the cycle. And got to get to a place to understand that that's not it. It really truly rely on your image. So I looked at something on Facebook. They were saying men have to understand that a woman would love you regardless. It ain't about the money. It's about you. But, you know, understanding what in a man's mind, we talk about man's mindset, really feels that all that stuff has got to come into alignment. So right now, what's happening with this is, again, to create the magic, the divine masculine energies understand he's got to rely on his talent. So he's saying about finances. Like right now he's saying about, if I would say about me, if I was in divine masculine energies, it's about my talent. If I'm having a problem with my finances, and I think it's also about how I'm romancing and how I'm loving the world and how I'm creating that magic in the world, I need to rely on my talent. The talent will help me to love what I'm doing. I fall in love with the world, or fall in love with myself by helping others, because this family is here, reaching out, connecting with my soul family, connecting with my friends, which, you know, some people say that's like my family, and seeing how I can be able to marry the two of those things, or really looking at my actual family to look at how that could be a source of. I'm really picking up, they're not saying the family I have now, but some of the divine masculine energies is really believing in creating that family with their divine person. You know, that's just really the ultimate family here, but I want to be able to support that dream. And so they got to rely on, in order to do that, is to create the magic. Look at their talents. Look at how they're able to have maybe a gift to be able to see things and see what problems they lie and how to be able to solve it in their own unique way. Or looking about how I'm doing this reading and helping and cards, and how maybe financially I could use that as my buffer for if I'm saying I got this much money that I need to make and the job only does so much, I can rely on my talent, skills, and abilities to create that space where I'm not able to reach my goal of maybe being able to financially, if that was an issue with me, to be able to reach that goal. Look at my talents to be able to be that space of that void, to fill that in financially. So that's again the divine masculine, like it is looking in that to see what is them some other ways that could be able, maybe I'm picking up for some divine masculine to say it ain't about the money or like that part about finances there, but it's about me really feeling good and about where I am in the world. Maybe again how you could be able, that is again to go on about something that you love and building upon that to create that void, because there's a void there, and really help this this happy connection here about this family. I'm thinking about family too, about healing the family things, ties too as well, to end the cycles for the divine masculine. I'm picking up also again about the healing of, to me, the divine feminine and divine masculine's energies, the inner child too, as well as able to be able to create the finances. Because like I said, I think in the other video, I don't think I said in this one, you'll be surprised at how these negative things are being housed in your body or subconsciously. It's not surprising because we know at the Divine Sunshine Tribe, we already know the deal. We ain't brand new to this thing. So we already know that again, it's housed there. We got to find ways to release that, because sometimes it's that underlying programming is self-sabotaging us when we don't even know this. So again, we got to look at these things to be able truly to create these healthy connections. So I wanted to give that to you about the divine masculine energy. So again, this is no romance without finance. This divine masculine energies is really believing that they can't really romance things because they can't really tangibly see how this substance of abundance is coming into fruition without that. But he's got to be able to rely on intuition and awareness to see beyond where they are, so they can be able to end cycles, because they feel really within themselves that it's time for a new beginning. They're starting to see things differently. So you can say, yes, they are awake. Whoever you are watching this for yourself, you are awoken. You're awoke, part of Woke Nation. And also understanding that of the spiritual woke nation, not the woke nation that the world is trying to sell. Wisdom, and you really want to assist others. That goes back to this again, this family, so you can be able to live the good life. Okay, all right then, that is it for this one. Hopefully this sheds some light about what's going on with your divine masculine energies within you, within your person as well. And as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascendant. Namaste, Go. And remember to click, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. All right, be talking to you soon. Until next time.